Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here with Terrence Cole of Terrence Cole Life Academy. And if you clicked this video, you have some things going on that you need help parenting, or like the hows and the whys, or you got a lot of whys and you just need the how. I know I need the how sometime, and that's why I always go to this guy right here because he's got the hows.
Yeah, bro.
How you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Thank you so much, man, for just us doing this podcast, man. It's important to me. I know, like, a lot of people haven't seen my face. It's like I just been working for 25 years in the hole, not trying to put out a lot of content because the work that I'm doing is really geared towards people that's not in the limelight. I'm not trying to talk to the masses just to be talking. I have been really trying to touch the generation that came behind me, seeing that my life has been such a crazy mess. I just don't want nobody else to have to go through that. So God, when I set on this journey, I promised God I would just tell people about some of the things that I've been going through. Not a really smart guy. I just experienced a lot of life.
It's called wisdom, man.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
It's called wisdom. You've been there, you've done it, and you don't want to see someone else go through that.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah. So we are pushing into a different season, and this is kind of why this video is coming about. I mean, I want to give you forewarning about the passion you're going to see in the videos coming behind me. So one of the things, like, see it.
I had to give him a lot of space because he's very.
You know it.
I made sure there's no tables he could bang on to mess up.
Once I get going, you know it. But most people, like, when I post on Facebook, and they just know Terrence, hey, the nice guy, but the way in which I speak is totally different because the passion that I have about what I do and what I believe comes out. I don't like being in a box. I'm not trying to entertain. I'm not trying to be the best speaker. I'm trying to communicate a message powerfully and urgency, with a lot of urgency, so people know, hey, no, I'm not just trying.
So they wake up.
Yeah, it's a wake-up call.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
When people see that passion too behind what someone does, people get behind that.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
They definitely get behind that. So, as I said, we're with Life Academy.
Yes.
How is the progress of Life Academy now?
Man, Life Academy has grown tremendously. We have 56 students enrolled so far. And let me explain a little bit about what Life Academy is. The Life Academy is online courses and classes that we offer life skills, anger management, court order classes, just anything that that causes growth and development mentally, spiritually, physically, in culture, not just like, okay, hey, you need to stop, you need to lose some weight.
Yeah.
Well, what I do is God has given me a gift to do research, and then the books that I wrote and the courses that he allowed me to form is the how. Okay, now I can walk you. If you want to lose some weight, go on Life Academy, and there is a weight loss course. What is in the weight loss course? How?
Yeah.
Drink X amount of water this day and diet this way. It tells you the how, because that's where many people are confused about. They know what they need to do to change. They just don't know how to change. So Life Academy offered these steps, guides to make you better. We don't have the answer. All of our guides is made to make you the hero, make you better in what you do. So Life Academy is going well. We have a lot of people who are saying, hey, I sign up, I'm ready to go. And they're looking through the 35 courses and still.
Oh, there's a lot of
It's a lot of
information
courses,
there. Yeah.
and ready to, you just go to terrencecole.net or terrencecole.com, and you can jump right in to Life Academy. Bro.
I know one that I might just sign up because I'm having, I had an absent dad and my mom worked a lot.
Wow.
So parenting right now, I went into a relationship and she had 2 kids.
Yeah.
Then we had a third. So I'm learning as I go right now.
Yeah.
So I know your focus has shifted a lot from At Trouble Youth to how did they get in trouble in the first place
Yeah.
to the parentings. So that's your focus now?
Yes. So here we go. Frank.
We get
gonna take a look.
This is why we had to give him room.
No, the change is this. For 25 years, I have really been digging into kids and seeing that, man, all they really need is a dad. Mm-hmm. A lot of them is I'm their, as a pastor, in the schools, I'm their dad. Well, where is their dads?
Yeah.
And the information that I'm giving them, they just eating it up. Talking about change, the hardest, thugged out, hardest guys out there be crying when I talk to them, because I only tell them, I've been down that road. You could skip on down there if you want.
Yeah.
But there is something down there you don't want, and I given it to them raw. I talk to them on the level that they on. But what I discovered is they go home, and the wisdom in the home supersedes what they learned outwardly. So let me give you the baseline reason why. There's 2 young ladies that's in my group right now. I'm not gonna call their name, but the mama has 8 kids, and every step that they wanted, and she told me, man, I wasn't supposed to. So she told me, Mr. T, if I could just get out of this house, I know I can do better.
Yeah.
All the things that it's so much pressure. They're the babysitter. They're slaves. Mama out partying, hanging out, still. And she was like, I wish somebody would just talk to my mama. I wish my mama would be sitting in these meetings that I'm in to hear what I'm hearing. And it clicked in my head. When have I ever talked to the parents?
Wow.
And so,
Wow.
Here it comes. Here comes the fire. The fire, what I mean, the fire, meaning the hard truth, because the hard truth is something I had to deal with. I don't have it together. I'm not the best. I haven't been the best parent. But when you learn to do better, you do better. But one of the things that we've rested on is past bad parenting information. Mm-hmm. Let me give you an example. Do what I tell you to do. Don't ask no questions.
Yeah.
So you can never, you've never learned how to ask authority or interact with authority or have a conversation with somebody in authority until you're grown. And now you're grown and you got to have these grown up conversations. You got to know how to debate or say no in a respectful way or express yourself. But that's been suppressed for 18, 19, 20 years.
Yeah.
Because the person that's in authority over you is not capable of allowing you to express that. I'm not happy about having to wash the dishes. That's okay.
Yeah.
Because that's what you think. But I guess I got to. Yeah, I guess you do. Like, That's
Yeah.
a loving conversation. But from what I got, being honest, you wash the dishes. Get up and go wash the dishes now. And you better like it. Take that frown off your face. Why you looking like that? I'm not happy, lady. I'm not happy. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I know I should have did them, but I'm not happy. So talking to the parents is my main focus now. So that's where the videos are going to be coming from.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's good. And I feel like because brokenness comes from the top.
Yes, yes, yes.
And we are, especially fathers, we are the leaders of the household. So if we're broken, it's going to trickle down.
Yeah. Frank, now you open the door, especially with dealing with men, and that this is your father wasn't there, my father left. Like, where is all these men at?
Yeah.
Like, I understand they're incarcerated, they're on drugs. I understand that, but what do that got to do with being a parent? There's two relationships. That's the relationship with the person that you had sex with or made love to and reproduced. And then, but there is a relationship that you have with your child. Why we have all these men walking around? We know the stats. Every child that I've talked to said, "Oh yeah, my dad ain't there." Well, where is he at? Like where he at? But you see all the men, and consciously, how do you walk around knowing you got children out there and you're not adding any value mentally
To them. Yeah.
even if you're paying child support, you're not adding any value mentally, spiritually, culturally. You know how to cook, but you left your son or daughter, and the mama don't know how to cook, but you know how to cook. So that value to their life, at least that, you got something to add.
When you're in the kitchen, I'm glad you brought that up because like cooking is a great way to connect.
Yes, yes.
It's a great way to, when you're doing something, it's a great way to show teamwork. It's a great way to show communication.
Yes.
It's a great way to like, hey, you shouldn't put too much sugar
Yes.
in this. Level it off.
Yes.
It's a great way to show discipline. And
It's a lab.
yeah,
That's what we call it
okay.
at Life Academy. We call it the lab. A lot of our lessons come out of the kitchen.
Wow.
Boiling an egg is a whole sermon.
Wow.
The water, the effect on the egg. What causes the effect on the egg? You got it under fire. When you take it, it's so many lessons, like you said, but we call it the lab because the kitchen is a place that it's not teachy, it's not preachy, it's not the church. But guess what? Most of parenting, a lot of that can happen right in the kitchen. Hey, come on in here, talk to me while I'm. Whether you realize it or not, they're watching what you're doing.
Yeah.
So they're learning. And also, you having a conversation. There's a statistic says that only 70% of families with two parents have a conversation with their children in a 24-hour period. Like just a one conversation. So that's great. No, it's not. 30% of the people don't even have a conversation with their kid once a day. Like you don't have no conversation. Huh?
Yeah, we went to Chili's on Sunday, and we sat across from a table, and everybody was either on a tablet,
Yes.
three kids,
Yes.
all on a phone or a tablet,
Yes.
mom on a tablet, dad on the phone.
Yes.
No conversation.
Do you know what's been passed down is it's taboo to share culture with your kid, meaning that if your kid is on TikTok and you on TikTok, like we sending TikTok videos, we laughing, we enjoying the culture or society. That should be a good thing. But what you're talking about is that they're on, I'm talking to little Tommy, the girl's talking to little Tommy, little Jimmy's talking to Susie, mommy talking to her girlfriend, and daddy is watching the sports game. So everybody's doing something different. But imagine if they were all engaged, watching something that they're laughing about, engaging. That's because our culture has evolved with social media. It's not a bad thing.
There's nothing wrong with that, but when everyone's doing something different and not connecting,
yes,
that's the problem.
Yes,
you need to connect.
Yes, connection is key.
And that's just one thing, because the youth are really into TikTok, and Pastor Ralph said, hey, if my son wants to go hunting, man, you better get up in that tree stand and learn how to go hunting. You got to connect and find out what your kids are doing.
Yes.
Because then that brings you onto their level.
Yes. Guess what we do as parents?
What do we do?
We bring them to our culture.
Our level, yeah.
We bring them our culture. Oh, come hang out with me, and we're going to go and play some bingo. Huh? I don't want to play bingo. No. The proper way is for us to go to their culture. Why? Because we're developing them. How can you develop somebody when you don't know what they think? Right now,
that's good.
Mic drop. This is going to be a mic drop. Right now, we have the biggest amount of kids that don't even know their identity. They don't know their identity. Hold on. What do you mean you don't know your identity? And there's somebody in your household, wherever you identify as.
Yeah.
Even if it's wrong. But how do you not know? Because there's no conversation. And guess what? We won't come to where they at. We try to bring them where we at. We do it in the church. We do it everywhere. You gotta go to church. Why? To sit there and watch y'all? You ain't speaking to me. It don't appear to me. It better not have no bass in it. So nothing, you just dragging me into your culture versus us enjoying culture together. That's what building a healthy family looks like. A garden has mustards, collards, carrots, all in the same box, and they can grow enjoying all the soil together. They can be different. They just need to grow together. And in a household, it's a garden. Everybody is different, but they can grow together. They just not, because the distractions that comes from the head, which is the parenting. So, yes, we're listing a lot of problems, but that's what Life Academy does. The Life Academy comes in and say, hey, I know you're dealing with, parenting is a big issue, so you're going to find a lot of courses on different ways to parent in Life Academy. You're struggling with teens, there's a book called What's Wrong With You? And basically, it walks through the mind of a teenager and help you understand what adolescence is and the development and what they're going through and how you should be dealing with them, how you should counteract. Like, if you're trying to win. But a lot of us, we're doing our own thing. I had sex, and now I have a child, and what do I do with it? I just gonna raise this thing, and versus, no, you multiply. Can I just get a little preachy for a minute?
Yeah.
The first commandment God gave us was he said, be fruitful and multiply. Multiply and be fruitful. So there's two different. You can multiply, but are you fruitful? What is fruitful? Fruitful means that there's stuff growing. There's some additions that the tree is gonna give. But what are you sending out to the world? We're raising children to stay under our authority and under our roof. We have young men and capable and young ladies staying with their parents and they're 30. And they're going to the club and this, and they living in their mama room. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
We got to be pushing these kids out because this is our next doctors, our next lawyers. And we talking about we love America and all this. America used to be about producing great minds. We have some great minds, but they're living in our house and they're not getting the leadership that they should be. We don't want you to just raising kids. You invest in your time in education.
And that's,
but what about life skills?
yeah, and that's the thing too. I think there's like, because I stayed in my mom's until I was like 20, but I was in and out all my 20s because I knew I had a safe place. I think a lot of the things that scare people is the fear of the world.
Yes.
Because they're not prepared to be in the world.
You said the P word, prepared.
Prepared.
And a lot of us have failed in a lot of areas as parents. And that's what we should be teaching. Hey, the wisdom happens when you know what not to do.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're trying to teach them what to do. Teach them what not to do. Hey, my credit is bad. You know why? I didn't pay them people. I told them I was going to pay them. I agreed to pay, and I didn't pay. And so based on me, I caused my bad credit. And here's how I got to fix it. But here's what you need to do. When you agree to pay, because it's a trust system.
Yeah.
When you agree to pay, you got to pay them. That means, see, this is why we don't pay people, because yes, it sounds great. Oh, look at the car. It's going to be good. And they saying, okay, X amount of dollars a month. Well, you know, it's tight now and this happened. But no, these people need their money. You told them you was going to pay. You should have been able to foresee that. And if you didn't, you still are responsible. And when you don't pay, guess what? They going to say, hey, he's not trustworthy. So
That's what the credit system is.
that's all it is. It's trust.
Trust.
It's a trust system. Because I'm giving you something for nothing.
Yeah.
And I got to trust that you're going to give me the installments that you say. And I'm not saying, hey, I've had 3 repos. We struggled. Like, we really struggled because I didn't understand the system. If my mom would have or dad would have invested the time, and I didn't know anything about credit until I was out trying to apply for credit. Actually, to be honest, I didn't know anything about credit until I got married.
Same.
My wife taught me how to write a check.
Yep.
She showed me how to open a bank account. That's a shame. I'm going into a relationship to become one with somebody and already have children and can't even write a check. I guarantee you there's somebody sitting in your house that don't know how to write a check. You taking care of everything, but 19, I guess they're going to figure it out when they get, yes. And that, let me go back to the statement. I had 3 repos. When you don't know the system, you do what you think is best. And yes, we've mastered the way of surviving. We know how to survive.
Yeah.
That's what we do best. I'll figure it out. But that have gotten us nowhere. We have to go down roads that my mama had bad credit, that I'ma have bad credit, little Tommy gonna have bad credit, my cousin gonna have bad credit, and then somebody got to figure, why did everybody got bad credit? What do we need to do right? Well, he didn't pay and he didn't pay. Okay, then I'm going to pay these people. My daughter, my youngest daughter, had perfect credit. You know why? Because she watched and she said, what happened to the car? And I ain't lying, no, they came and got it. Them people came and got their stuff.
They got their car.
So she vowed, hey, no, I'm going to start paying people because I don't like the fact that uncomfortable like I come out and I gotta be looking around and seeing if my stuff is gonna still be there because I didn't pay somebody.
Yeah.
So she does it. She's definitely a good steward with her. So we taught her according to our bad behavior. And when I learned better, I did better. But why do we have to go down the same streets with the holes in them? And we got letting people versus us saying, hey, no. Like what I'm saying now. Most of the times, you never hear a pastor be talking about all of the struggles. They've been in the jail. They've been on crack. They did this and he did that. Oh, you'll hear that from me. Because that's what God is. This is how I show the strength, the girth of God. How much he's done for me and where I'm at now from where I was when I accepted him.
That's just a testament of how much he loves you, man.
Yes.
How much he loves all of us and wants us to succeed. And I was going to say something because you said we know how to survive, but do we know how to thrive? Let's go.
That's it.
Let's go.
That's what Life Academy is about.
Yeah.
It's helping you thrive.
Helping
you be successful, helping you move to the next level, helping you get out of the rut, helping you start over. Because when you look at it, where can I go to school for that?
Yeah.
Is if you don't meet nobody that's going share their wisdom with you, you're not going to get out. You're not going to get help. I'm only doing the best job. And I hear people, and I commend a lot of parents. They're doing the best job that they know how to do. But are you seeking a better way? You know that you got 3 teenage boys and you're a single mom. Are you single? Yeah, I know you got them signed up for football or basketball, and they got a coach in their life. But there's other options. There are other options. There's counseling.
Yeah.
There's coaching. There's online. You can be anywhere in the world. I got clients that I, as a life coach, that I coach that's in all over the different states.
Wow.
Because we use the technology we have.
Yeah.
Because it's not about me having to actually be there. My passion goes through the microphone or through the camera. But it's amazing to see the change and people reaching out and say, hey, I just want to do better.
Yeah.
Help my son. He's a knucklehead. But I know you failed before. Show him what it means and talk to him about this and that. And man, it's a wonderful thing to do when you set out on the Life Academy journey. And I'm not just promoting the academy to pump it up. It is what it does.
Yeah.
It's actually helping a lot of people.
It's helping people's lives. And you know, when we start to thrive, our children start to thrive. When our children start to thrive, their friends start to thrive. If we're all looking in the right place, and then the community in itself starts to thrive.
Parenting is a longevity thing. God gave us, and look at what he gave us. He gave us the ability to redo ourselves. So if you look at where the sperm come from and it meets with the egg, it becomes these two people coming together. And so when it comes into the world, even though you die, you never die. Because you got somebody living on. It used to, the name brought about a lot. Because, hey, if I was a Miller, man, the Millers is this, and this is what we knew. We were plumbers, and we all are plumbers, and we're going to be, and it used to be, I'm going to be what my daddy was, because I got to finish the work. I'm going to be what my mom was. I got to finish the work. But now, it's not about finishing the work. It's no purpose. They don't even have, like, our main purpose, it seemed like as parents, is I just want them to go to college. For what?
Yeah.
And now you have a bunch of kids with degrees that still are working at Walmart. When I was a manager for Publix, I had so many kids that had degrees that was meat cutters. That had nothing. You wasted money.
Yeah.
What are you doing with this?
I can't tell you how many friends of mine are psych majors.
Yes. Yes.
For real.
Yes.
A lot are psych majors.
Yes. So it's having the passion and having the leadership skill to know that you are investing in yourself by taking care of your kids. Mm-hmm. You're taking care of you. You're pushing you to the next generation and then the next generation. And so what we leave for them, it should be stepping stones to help them not go through what we had to go through. It's hard out here just renting a house. A lot of people are suffering and going through $1,700 for a 2-bedroom apartment. And this is what we're gonna do, pass on to our children. So of course it's gonna be more difficult for them. So how do we get ourselves ahead? I want to leave a legacy for my children. So I messed up. I fixed the issues that I messed up. So when I leave here, my kids don't have to suffer the consequences. But it starts early on when they're young, like 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
As we're instilling the values of who we are into them, we're pushing them into a different generation. We're allowing them to grow. We're allowing them to be strong. So it's so important now that I target and focus parenting. So, and I'm not just throwing rocks. I'm not going to be throwing rocks.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give the statistics that's out there. I look at the same statistics that you can Google, and when I see them, because I deal with about an average 50 to 100 teens a week. Mm-hmm. Intimately. I'm talking to them, involved in their life, going to their games, all these things. So I hear their cry, and their cry is against you. It's against me. We're their biggest enemy. We're the one they want to get away from. The reason why they don't like you or don't want to be around you, you have your own ideas that don't include them. We isolate them. We don't even know it. We're just trying to do the best job we're doing. Like, here's the thing. Well, when you go, I make the money. I buy the food. So I buy what I like. But you opened your legs and produced me. I didn't ask to come here. So the priority should be to take care of me because I didn't ask to come here. And I can't take care of myself. So why is it all about you? We have learned to just be so selfish as parents. Listen, I know it's a hard shift. It's a hard shift. Some of the parents that I listen to, we talk about dating. Oh my God, when is it okay for your son or daughter to date? And you get all these different, and I'm asking because I remember my first two, like, you better not even let me find out that you talking to a boy. For any reason, I don't care. Don't even talk to the opposite sex. Mm-hmm. That's just like, that don't even make sense.
It's not realistic.
So your body changes, puberty happens, and now you're really attracted to the opposite sex. But I'm telling you to suppress your natural instincts and feelings. Why? Because I don't want to deal with the fact of thinking that you're going to be actually having sex. Like, because of my ideas of what sex is.
Yeah.
We don't teach parenting to our kids. Why are we not talking about them being a parent? You know why we don't? Because we're afraid, then they're going to go out and have sex, but they're already having sex.
They
right
don't
now.
know what happens when Yeah.
because nobody's telling them. So they doing what you think that they're not doing. You just don't have a say in it, which is sad because you could be giving them the information that they need. But if they're not listening to you, who they listen to? If they 12, they got 12-year-old friends and they want to know about sex, they're getting their information from a 12-year-old.
Or the computer.
It don't make sense.
Yeah.
It don't make sense. Because we don't want to talk about parenting. We offer a parenting class for teens in Life Academy. Why? Because we want you to know how to take care of a child.
Because it happens.
Yes, it's happening.
It happens.
If you're having sex and you having unprotected sex and you have two people that don't know what they're doing, all they're trying to do is really satisfy the urges that they have, guess what's going to happen? They're going to end up with a baby. But we live in this society, guess what? Now I'm a grandma, so I got to take care of this baby. And now grandma's taking care of the baby who didn't take care of her child.
Yeah.
So now grandma's and the child that had the baby is still out partying, having a good time, still having sex. Now grandma got two babies. It's a lot of households that's ran by grandparents. The children live with the grandmama, and the son or daughter has their own apartment, and they're living their single life, but grandma's raising the children because she's not able to. And I'm concerned about the kids, and they don't know how. Well, why don't they know how to take care of a child? You knew they were having sex? Hey, we got to have this conversation, not about the birds and the bees, but about the consequences of raising a child or reproducing yourself. You're gonna be responsible. If you sleep outside, then your child should be outside. So you got to keep yourself inside so your child can stay inside. But we don't let the people suffer the consequences for their own actions.
Yep.
I'm rambling.
He's rambling. Yo, but he's gonna. You're on a good point though, man. You know what? You had me a little convicted because my son wanted something at the store, and I said the same thing. I was like, "Are you paying?
Yeah,
paying rent?
you don't pay no rent, bro. What do you do? What did you do for this?
He's looking at me all pissed. He's like,
Yeah,
I just want the stuffed chicken, man. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Just get it for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
Yeah. Why? Because I don't feel like that ain't what I want.
It's at the top shelf. I gotta reach up for it. Then I gotta buy it.
Yeah.
You want milk or you want a stuffed chicken?
Yeah. And guess what? They didn't ask to come.
They didn't. They
So
really didn't
we
want to
treat
go.
them
Yeah.
as if they're second-class citizens
That's good.
when we invited them to this world. It's like I invited you to my house.
Yeah.
Come in, and you want water? I'm not thirsty. Then you don't need to drink. No, but bro, I'm thirsty. I
you
can't.
talking?
I'm not at my house. I've been talking, so I can't have no water because you're not thirsty. Oh, okay, I get
You
it.
should have brought your own water.
Yeah. But you see how that sounds? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro. We're not serving them because we don't.
Wow.
We want them to serve us.
That's perfect. Service.
Yes.
You know what gives me joy? When my wife, she works home on Fridays.
Yes.
And I bring her coffee.
That's.
I refill her ice cup.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Wow. That's good.
It brings me joy.
Yes.
Serve your partner. Serve your kids.
Yes. Serve your way through.
Yeah. Because if you don't, it builds up tension.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And if we go to the Bible and we see that's what Jesus did. He walked through the earth. He was healing, helping, talking, and
washing feet.
He didn't like the fact that people to serve. He didn't come for people to serve him. So if we're trying to be Christ-like, what should we be doing? We should be serving our way through. That is how we win people over. If I'm doing my best to help you, in your heart, you couldn't resist it. you're going to want to, man, man, he's done so much for me. I really want to. So it just changes the direction versus I need you to help me, and then I need you to help me. So neither one of us are helping each other. So we live separate lives, and it's so hard for us. There's a lot of cultures right now that service is how they are successful. They live together. They share the same car. And guess what? At the end of the day, all of them are successful.
Yeah.
It's just a simple principle.
Well, if someone's serving me all my life, I'd be more grateful to that person and want to make them happy.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So in all, man, what are you trying to accomplish? Everything culminated together with Life Academy.
I would say, here's what I would say. I really want to live out what I told God I would do. I really don't want people to fall into the holes that I fell into. And throughout this course of my life, every issue that I fell into became a lesson that I know somebody else is going through, that if I just shared it, nobody signs up to have a child at 12.
Yeah.
Nobody signs up for that. Nobody signs up to have bad credit. Hey, what you want to do in life? I want to have bad credit, and I want to be a pimp on the street, and I want to sell drugs. And nobody signs up for that stuff. These are the consequences of bad decisions from not being prepared for life. So the one thing that I hope that I can accomplish with Life Academy is preparedness. Having the ability, one, to be able to locate where we're at and be able to take some steps that will lead away from the stress, the heartache, disappointment, and the letdowns of life. We have the ability to steer our own ship.
Yeah.
We're the only being on this planet Earth that have the ability to cause a cognitive thought, a thought that can change our direction. So I can wake up, I can be a thug tonight and get educated and enlightened and turn my whole life into a different direction. But it's based on the wisdom and knowledge that you're given and the inspiration that God put in your heart. So how do you get that? The word is how. That's what I hope to accomplish. The hows of life. When there's a problem, God has given a how to get out of it. And you can stay there if you want.
Yeah.
People smoke weed and get high and drink because they like it.
We have choices.
Yeah.
It just depends on those choices.
But you got to understand, walking away from those things, if there's a reason, don't mean that, oh, okay, well, I love cake, but I'm 400 pounds. I'm still going to love cake, but I can't eat it. And I need to know how to walk away from something that I like because of what's going to make me better. And Life Academy is going to accomplish that. It's going to accomplish the hows of how to walk away.
That's awesome. That's something I was talking about before we started recording was I have so many whys in my life.
Yeah.
But sometimes we just don't have enough hows.
Yeah.
And just such a great resource that God has blessed you with, man. And
well, thank you, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I appreciate it, man. And man, it's been a really good talk, man. I'm glad you gave me the opportunity. I'm like, I love doing a podcast with you, Frank. Man, it's so
Appreciate
real.
that.
Is I like to be authentic, and I believe you're a very authentic guy. I love your podcast, Hope for Tomorrow, man.
Check us out.
It's let me just plug that right quick,
Check us
man.
out.
Hope for tomorrow. The words in that is so powerful. It's Life Academy. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to offer hope for tomorrow. I know what your situation is like right now, but there's hope.
Always hope.
There's hope. You can get out of this. Nothing is forever until forever. Yes, bro.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, close us out, man.
Okay,
This is your podcast.
Yeah,
man.
let me do this. Let me do
let's
this.
go.
First of all, thank y'all.
Yes.
Y'all. And please subscribe to Life Academy and Hope for Tomorrow, because you're going to get some wisdom, knowledge, and understanding when you click any one of these videos that we put out. If you have heard through our conversation what it is, what it's like to be inside of the hearts that's beating in these two young men right here. I say young men, but it's a heart of servitude. We really just want to serve the people who are hurting and give you a way out of this situation. God has given us the ability in two different modes of ways to get out or to get better. So I just encourage you, subscribe, make sure you listen. If you're going through something, just go on there, check out one of those videos and let it minister to you, let it talk to you, let it educate you so you don't continue stuck in the place where you're at. Guys, thank y'all so much. We really appreciate you. Continue listening.